Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Each morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. With this saying, I would like to ask you children, what are you guys going to do today? Will you make your day useful or not useful? So today, let us make our day very useful by learning something new. After a long, tiring weekend, let us now hear a story. Yes, children, today it's story time. Aren't you excited? Yes, of course. Even I'm very excited to narrate a story to you all. As you see the first slide, it shows jungle and animals. Today in our story too, we are going to see the jungle and we are going to meet different animals. Shall we enter the jungle now? Are you ready? Yes? Say loudly with me. Yes. So today's topic is how the dog found himself a new master. You might be thinking now, Miss told it's a story about jungle and wild animals, but now she's showing us a dog. Strange, isn't it? Before going into the story, let us see and read about dog. Dogs were domesticated from wolves 15,000 years ago. New evidence suggests that dogs were first domesticated in East Asia, possibly China. Over time, hundreds of breeds with a great degree of variations have come into being. So, in this story, the story is related to wild animals and jungles. So, here we see that centuries ago, that many years ago, even the dogs were wild animals living in the jungle. So, after some time, they have been domesticated by the human beings and they entered the human life and to our houses. So, the story starts with a dog living in a jungle. Once the dog was feeling very sad and he was bored of this daily routine. He no more wanted a life of freedom. So he went in search of a master. So he first went to a wolf, then to a bear, then to a lion, and finally he came to human beings. So here is a story about how dog became a tame animal. Okay, shall I read the lesson for you? Yes. Yes, let us start. How the dog found himself a new master. Dogs were once their own masters and lived the way wolves do in freedom until a dog was born who was ill pleased with this way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about by himself. So, if you see a dog here in this picture, he is looking very sad. So, he doesn't want to live a freedom life. So, he wants a master for himself. So, he goes in search of a master in the jungle. Looking for food and being frightened of those who were stronger than he. So, why do you think he needs a master? Because he was bored of searching of food and he is bored becoming frightened of animals who are stronger than him. So, if he had a master, he would bring him food and he would protect him from the other animals. So, that was his thought, and for which he was searching for a master. He thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than any one on earth, and he set out to find such a master. So he thought for himself that he must have someone who is very stronger than him so that he won't have any problem in future for food and for safety. So he looks for someone who is stronger than him. He walked and he walked and he met a kinsman of his, a big wolf, who was as strong as he was fierce. Where are you going, dog? The wolf asked. I am looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be my master, wolf? I don't see, why not? The wolf said, and this agreed upon, the two of them went on together. So here, as the dog was looking out for a master, he met the wolf there. So as soon as he met the wolf, he is asking. The wolf asked the dog, "Where are you going?" So dog said him that he was looking for a master, and he wants the wolf to be his master. So as soon as he said requested the wolf agreed with him, and the dog made the wolf as his master. Then they both started walking together. They walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose and sniffed, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes, and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was much surprised. "What's come over you, master?" he asked. "What has frightened you so? Can't you see there is a bear out there, and he might eat up both of us, you and me?" So here in this picture we can see the dog and the wolf are walking together. Now suddenly the wolf started sniffing. You know what is sniffing? What is the quality of the dog? He will keep smelling something with his nose. That is called as sniffing. So here the wolf is also sniffing. So now he has sniffed and found something very strange, and he got frightened. So he is hiding himself inside the bushes. Bushes means all small trees there in the jungle, no? So inside that bushes he is hiding himself. So the dog was little strange for him to see all this. So he asked, "What happened? Why are you so frightened? What is wrong with you?" So the wolf is telling, "Can't you see what is happening here?" He is asking. Seeing that the bear was stronger, so the wolf is telling him that, "Can't you see there is a bear coming out here? So that's what I'm got frightened." So now the dog is seeing the wolf is getting frightened with the bear. Seeing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this readily. So here what happened, he saw that the bear was stronger than the wolf. So he already told, he wanted a master who was very stronger. So he must not be frightened of anybody. He wants such a master. So now when he saw that wolf is getting frightened with the bear, so he no more wanted to stay with him. So he wanted to live with a more stronger person. So he now shifts to the bear and make him the master. And said, "Let us go and find a herd of cows. I will kill a cow, and then we can both eat our fill." So here if you see the bear and the dog, they are going in hunting for a cow. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows. But just as they were about to come up to it, they were stopped by a terrible noise. The cows were moving loudly and running in a panic in all directions. So here what happened? They went in search of food and here to look up for a herd of cows, and they reached and they found it. But suddenly they heard some huge noise. So what was the noise about? So the cows were mooing loudly, and they were running about here and there in panic in all directions. So now they were seeing what happened. Why are they running here and there? They were thinking. The bear looked out from behind the tree, and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. "Now, why did I have come here?" said he to the dog. "It is the lion who rules the forest in these parts." "The lion? Who is he? Don't you know? He is the strongest beast on earth." So here the bear and the dog, they are having a conversation. So here they say the lion has come. So bear is explaining then why are the cows running here and there. They have seen a lion. The lion has come for hunting there. That's what the cows are running. So here the bear got frightened, so he too runs deep inside the jungle. The dog is now confused. Who's this lion? He is asking. So he is explaining that he is the strongest beast on the earth. Well, then, I will say goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. And off the dog went to ask the lion to be his master. So here the dog, he was not happy with the bear also, because he is also getting frightened with the lion. So now he decides to say goodbye to the bear, and he goes to the lion and ask him and make him his master. The lion agreed to it, and the dog stayed with him and served him for a long, long time. It was a good life, and he had nothing to complain of, for there was no stronger beast in the forest than the lion, and no one dared touch the dog or offend him in any way. But one day the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliffs, when all of a sudden the lion stopped. So here the lion and the dog for a very, very long time lived together, because the lion was the strongest beast in the, he was the very strongest animal. He was the king of the jungle. So he was the strongest animal in the jungle. So they lived together there happily for a very long time, until one day arrived when they both were walking together near the cliffs. Okay, cliffs means near the mountains, the top of the mountains. So there suddenly the lion stopped, and he was doing something. So what was he doing? Let's see. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw with such force that a hole formed there. Then he began to back away very quietly. So suddenly what happened? The lion, he was very angry. He roared so loudly. Then he just hit with his paw on the ground. And such a force he hit, there was a hole in the ground. And after that, he just walked away from there quietly. So why did he do that? The dog was confused. What is it, master? Is anything wrong? Asked the doctor. Asked the dog, surprised. I smell a man coming this way, the lion said. We would better run off it. Run for it, or we will be in trouble. So here the dog, in surprise, he is asking, what happened? Lion, why are you so angry? What is wrong? So here the lion tells him that I am able to smell some humans here. So it's better we have to save our life and run away from here. Oh, well, then I will say goodbye to you, lion. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So here again, he just had a thought. He wanted a stronger master. So he don't want to live with the lion. So he says goodbye, and he thinks of going to the humans. And off the dog went to join the man, and he stayed with him and served him faithfully. This happened long, long ago, but to this day the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. Okay, so here we have come to the end of the story. So after this, the dog had come to the human beings. So we see how the dog from a wild animal has become a tame animal in this story. So how was the story? Wasn't it interesting? Yes? Did you all enjoy? Yes? Very good. Okay, children. Take care. Have a nice day.